Next witness.
Commonwealth will call Susan White.
Susan White.
Susan White.
Thank you.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. All right, you just have to get there.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I know the court has already ruled on Mrs. White's.
Hey, come on, and hold on one second. Come on in the witness stand and watch your step. And yes, you can move the chair and microphone. Yes, Mr.
The court's already ruled on Mrs. White's ability to be able to testify today. I'm renewing my objection to any testimony that she may give regarding how it's not relevant to what happened on January 6th regarding my client's conduct in the actual mission that occurred on there today. She can't testify to that because she didn't observe it. So I don't believe that she has anything of relevance to offer the fact finder to be able to decide if my client's conduct is appropriate.
So noted. Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Chambers.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name.
Susan White.
Ms. White, how are you employed?
Right now I'm retired.
And on January 6th of 2023, how are you employed?
I was retired by then too.
Okay. And were you at Richneck Elementary School?
Yes, I was.
Why?
I was there for 34 years.
Okay.
And my last year was the year before
Right.
that happened.
And so I want to take you back to the year before that, which was that your final year before retirement?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't believe her answer was responsive to the question. There may have been a misunderstanding as to what was asked. So it definitely wasn't.
Okay, you can clear that up on cross-examination. You may proceed, Mr. Jenkins.
So during the course of your last year of teaching at Richneck, did you know a student who we're referring to as JT?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and as a reminder, we're not speaking the names of any students at all, only using initials. Whose class was JT in?
My class.
And what grade was that?
Kindergarten.
Okay. During the course of your time with JT, was there ever a discipline incident that you did report directly to Dr. Parker?
Yes.
I want you to start at the beginning of that incident that you eventually reported. So what was going on that day that began that?
He had gone up. This was during post-COVID, so we had to be careful with distances and with masks. And he'd gone up to the front of another child's desk with his chair and put his face over about 3 inches from the other child's face. And so I had to think, what am I going to do about this? Because just telling him no, or you need to get back to your seat or whatever, those weren't working with him. So I slid the chair slowly so that if he wanted to get up, he could get up. And if he didn't want to, he could stay seated. I was going to bring it to his desk. But then he pulled the legs away and dropped them. And so I brought it up a little bit further just so I could be right in front of the class. And I sat there and I kept on teaching.
Okay.
I was still talking with the students.
Let me pause you for a moment so we can kind of visualize the scene. So when he is in the face of another student, how is he? Is he sitting, standing, or doing something else?
He's sitting, leaning in toward him, staring him in the eyes.
Okay. And you testified that you pulled him away. Could you describe how you did that?
I slid the chair I was holding the back of the chair and I slid it back. We had no carpets at that time because of COVID, so it was easy enough to do.
Yeah.
And so he hopped off and grabbed the front legs of the chair and pulled them forward. But I was able not to fall, but to still hold on. So I could get it a couple feet further and I just sat on it.
So when he pulled the legs, had he stood up out of the chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens after that point?
I was sitting in the chair and I was talking to the class, and not about behavior, about the instruction we were doing. And he walked up behind me and put both of his arms in front of my throat and locked them together and pulled back and down hard. I couldn't breathe. And he didn't let up on it. The only way I got out of that situation was the assistant, the teacher's assistant that I shared with another teacher, happened to be in there at the time. She was in the back of the room. So she came up and pulled him off with me and took him out of the room. But until she pulled his arms off, I couldn't breathe.
What, if anything, happened with JT immediately after that? Does he remain in your room?
No, I wouldn't have had it. I would have left if he did. No, Mrs. Parker, my assistant, took him out of the room. But then, sometime later in the day, and it got very blurry after that for me, so I can't tell you how long. One of our counselors and our security officer came and brought him back to my room.
So when you say, hold on, when you say brought him back, do you mean JT?
Yes.
Okay. So when
They
you
each had him, I'm sorry.
when you see him come back to your room with the counselor and school security guard, what happens?
They each had him by one hand, and they were trying to get him to move into the room. And he was yelling, no, I don't want to go back in the classroom. And I looked at them, and I had his back to the doorway so I could talk to them without everyone in the classroom hearing. And I said, well, he's right. He does not belong back in the classroom. What he did was severe enough for me to contact the police and to press charges. And the security officer agreed with me.
Okay, so what happens with JT next?
Well, they told me they were bringing him back to me because no administrator was available to handle the situation.
Okay.
So I said that if he was going to stay in there, I was going to need to leave the room.
Did you in fact leave the room?
I did, but not because of that. I believe they took him back out again, but it's very fuzzy.
Okay.
What I know is by that point I was so shaky that Mrs. Porter, my assistant, said, go ahead and take a break. And I took my laptop and went to the lounge and got the incident referral form because I wasn't going to leave school without reporting that.
Okay, so hold on just a minute. You've mentioned an incident referral form. Can you just kind of explain to the jury what that is?
That's if you think the discipline problem is dangerous enough or bad enough that you need to refer them officially, formally, to the administrators.
And when you say the administrators, what titles do you mean?
Assistant principal and principal.
Okay. And who was the assistant principal at Richneck Elementary School at the time that this happened?
Dr. Parker.
And is Dr. Parker in the courtroom right now?
Yes.
Could you just point her out, please?
She's right there.
Okay. Will the record reflect that she's indicated defendant?
I was not able to. Can you point her out again? I didn't see your hand. Okay, so noted.
Thank you, Jim. So you've told us that you got an incident referral form, okay? And what did you do with it?
I filled it out and I typed up a whole description of everything that had happened that day because I had had some positive moments with him earlier, so I wanted those included too. So typed up the day and then I attached it to the referral form as the attachment and the explanation of the behavior. And then I went to the office and I saw that Dr. Goodman, the principal at the time, and Dr. Parker, they were in her office at the time.
And did you go into the office?
I went into the office. I told them everything that had happened.
Let me ask you this question. Did you have the incident referral form with you?
I had it in my hand.
Do you know who you handed it to or what you did with it?
I handed it to Dr. Goodman after I explained everything on it to both of them.
I understand. So after you explained everything that was on it, did, if you remember, did Dr. Parker or Principal Goodman react to that in any way? And if so, how?
Dr. Goodman did. When I was talking about the fact that if an attack is occurring, it should never be that no administrator is available to help with it unless there's a worse attack going somewhere at the same time.
Okay. Did Dr. Parker say anything or
No,
have it?
she was making eye contact. She was looking at me. She didn't say anything.
Okay.
Dr. Goodman said, sort of under his breath, prioritize. And I thought, well, yeah, that's what I wanted him to get from that. And then he told me to go to the nurse and have my neck checked out afterwards.
Okay. That year, did JT ultimately return to your classroom or not?
He did.
Okay.
He returned the very next day. He walked in with his breakfast.
Okay.
And I immediately went to the teacher across from me and said, I need to go to the office so that she would watch both of the classes. And she saw who I had with me, and so she understood. And I just told him, he had his breakfast with him. I said, just bring it and come with me. And so we went to the office, and I had him sit down in the waiting area for parents there. And I went into Dr. Parker's office, and I knew at that time that my assistant had to stay in a first grade class all day because the sub hadn't showed up. So I would not have another adult in the room. So what I told her is, I cannot be the only adult in the classroom if he's in that room. And so either he needs to be somewhere else, or I'm going to have to take a sick day and go home.
And was he relocated or what happened?
He must have been, because I went directly back to the classroom and continued teaching for the day. I didn't see him the rest of the day.
Okay. At some point later in the year, does he come back to your classroom?
No.
Okay. If there were, and if you remember, any other discipline incidents you saw yourself and you reported to Dr. Parker yourself, are there any such incidents?
With him?
With JT, that's right.
No, I don't believe so.
Thank you so much. I don't have any further questions for you. Please answer any questions of the defense counsel.
You have a moment?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I thought he was asking me. I'm
Oh, no, I
sorry.
just need a moment to confer.
Hello, Ms. White. You just testified that you reported JT's behavior or his presence in your classroom to Dr. Parker directly when he came back the next day, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then when you told her that, after that, he never appeared in your classroom again, correct?
Right. And I heard, but
No, you don't have to tell me what you heard.
okay.
So when you told her that action was taken and JT was removed from your classroom?
He went to another school.
Okay. All right. Regarding the incident referral that you mentioned, do you know whether Newport News Public Schools retained a copy of it?
I was told they didn't.
Okay. And did you have to then supply it to someone else, your own copy that you maintained?
Yes.
No further questions.
And read direct.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. White, I want to just direct your attention to the incident referral form. You've indicated there was a form. Was that the only piece of paper you submitted?
I submitted the referral form with the attached description of the day
Okay.
so that I could get the full explanation of what happened, because this little place is not going to be enough.
Understood. And the a description of the day that you attached to the referral form, was it typewritten, handwritten, or something else?
Typewritten,
All right. If I showed it to you, would you recognize it?
definitely.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
May I see the exhibit?
You may.
Sure. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
What is
Yeah.
it? What is it that I paid?
You handed me the detailed description that I attached to the incident referral form. And
Oh, okay, and is what you're looking at now a true and accurate copy of the incident report as you wrote it?
yes,
Has anything been redacted from it?
well, yeah, but I did that myself for some that I gave to other people.
What was redacted? Is it a category? I don't know. I sort of words. Is it names?
Names.
Hold on one second, ma'am. What? Yes, sir.
Before she even answers that, objection, that document is hearsay, it's an out-of-court statement, it's written, being offered for its truth of what happened on that day. She's testified as to what occurred. She's testified that she produces incident report, but as far as the contents of that incident report, I'm objecting to it as hearsay.
The objection is premature. I haven't offered it as evidence yet.
Okay. Agreed, premature, not yet right. You may proceed.
The redactions that appear, are they redactions that you did?
The names, yes. I don't know what I had at the top.
Okay. Are you sure that that is the incident referral that you submitted attached to the form?
It looks like it.
Okay. It either is or it isn't. Take your time to read it.
Yeah. I was going to say I write a lot, but yeah.
So is it the incident referral?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, it's the
Okay.
attachment that I attached to.
Thank you. Judge, I am moving that now into evidence as Commonwealth 6 as a past recollection recorded, for one thing, and also as a prior consistent statement, because the defense was alleging that or suggesting that it didn't exist, essentially, in cross-exam.
Defense.
Your Honor, there was no such insinuation that it didn't exist. So that's number one. It's still hearsay, is duplicative of her testimony, in all the previous objections that Mr. Rogers lodged. And it goes beyond, I'm sorry, it goes beyond my redirect as well. I mean, my cross-examination.
And also, how is this not bolstering? How is this permissible bolstering? She testified to what she recalled happened, I think it was a year before.
Yes.
So, I'm talking to the attorney.
I'm sorry.
She testified to what she believed happened to her a year before. Why are we allowing in her written statement, her redacted written statement about that?
Because defense counsel asked whether she gave it to the schools and whether it still exists. And I'm establishing that it does.
Okay, so I guess you're interpreting that as an attempt to impeach. And so you're trying to rehabilitate?
If the objection is hearsay, there's an exception to that. If we want to talk about why it's relevant at this stage, yes, we can go to the relevance rules and find that a prior consistent statement does become relevant when on cross-examination, or does become admissible when on cross-examination the witness has been challenged as to having a memory or forgetting something. I could find the rule.
And again, I understand that's where the impeachment comes in, but that's the missing link for me. So, saying it does not come in, and you may approach to retrieve the document.
Thank you, Judge. So thank you. I don't have any further questions for you.
Anything further? Okay, and the status for this witness? May she be excused?
I'd ask that she be released unless I'd ask to be released.
Okay, and no objection from defense? Okay, so that means thank you for your testimony today. You are released as a witness. You don't have to go back to that room. You do not have to stay in the courthouse. You are welcome to remain in the courtroom if you'd like. Okay, and watch your step down. Thank you very much.